Smart Means Business, but above all, Smart 24 TV. Remember, you can catch us on Go TV channel 394 and DSTV channel 372, and of course, follow us on our social media platforms. That's on Twitter at Smart 24 TV, Facebook Smart 24 TV, and YouTube Smart 24 TV Live. You can be able to view us at whatever part of the globe you will be at. And at this very time, we are going to look at the aspect of skilling, and this time around looking at the youth skill up project. And of course, regarding skilling in Uganda, it's something that is being encouraged, most especially among us, the youth, as one of the ways to fight the unemployment, since it's largely among us, the youth in Uganda. And there has been the emergency of technical schools, vocational institutes, to ensure that a number of youths are equipped with skills in different categories, in different areas of field. It could be catering, it could be sewing, so many areas the youth are being groomed regarding that. But of course, this all comes under the skilling projects that the government puts in place to ensure that the youth are equipped with the skills to ensure that they can actually be relevant to the country's growth and development. And according to a brief report here, before we get into that, in 2012, the government of Uganda launched the Skilling Strategic Plan that was to last between 2012-2013 up to 2021-2022. This is the very fine year we're in. And of course, the objectives of the strategic plan are to raise economic relevancy of the youth, increase the quality of skills, that's the provision, and also provide equitable access to skills development. And of course, another objective was to achieve great organization and management effectiveness that's amongst the youth. And the strategic plan aims to creating that's employable skills and competencies relevant to the labor market. And of course, instead of providing educational certificates as just as a norm, it emphasizes the development of the labor market-oriented system that's founded on the proper undertaking of the dynamics and needs of the labor market, of course, to active private sector involvement in terms of planning, that's execution, and of course, the different ways of ensuring that the skills are delivered efficiently to the people that are supposed to get them. But this time around, we are going to look at value addition of your skill. Despite the fact that you have the skill, how can you add value to that skill to ensure that it can actually be outstanding onto the market? Because you graduate in a skilling school, you are probably about hundreds and thousands of students, and you all have the same skill. But what's going to make you stand out as an individual to ensure that your skill is outstanding amongst them comes along with the value addition. And this time around, it comes with the quality and time you give when you're executing that particular service that you're delivering to the public right there. Because in Uganda, there has been quite a low level of undertaking in terms of people engaging into skilling, because there is a mindset that we have that people that attend schools regarding skilling, probably they are not educated enough. But you know, surprisingly, the Western world is opting the educational system that is very practical in terms of what you can deliver, because you're going to find that in some places what they're going to be interested in is what can you do, what is your work. Your work speaks for you, and probably you may not have the best qualifications at the end of the day, but your work, your skill is excellent, and at the end of the day you end up beating these people with the papers. But of course, I'm not saying it's not important to go for higher levels of education in terms of getting degrees, masters, PhD. Very important, go seek them. But also remember, in life it's very important to have a side skill. And actually, I remember back in the days at the university, they used to tell us that despite the fact that you're graduating with this degree, add something, a skill to your degree to ensure that you are very relevant to the society. And at this very time, let's go into a video. We're going to review a video regarding skilling of these youth. And of course, they are going to be sharing to us the experiences regarding, and of course, skilling in so many different ways. Let's review this. We shall be right back for more highlight.
Start. Okay. I'm Lilian Pablo Nsengova. I work for Care International in Uganda as the head of gender justice. I would like to congratulate Goody Incubation Center upon this wonderful day of skills fair for Kampala. We already know there's 19 of them that have taken place, and today is the 20th one. We congratulate you on that, Professor Goodla and Professor Basaza. We are really excited about this. And for us as CARE, and on my own behalf, I'm just excited to see you bringing the youth from all over the country to transform, to be better as we talk of unemployment. Today what I saw in the skills fair was totally different. I saw young youth, male and female, talking money. I was happy to see, coupons, but coupons are not just coupons, it's money that sells. So everybody was out there looking at money, exchange for something. And through this center, we are able to see what we call the value chain. Value chain in terms of the people with skills, but value chain in the product. Today we saw the different types of meat being prepared in different ways with a special addition, spiced up in different ways to suit the customer's wish. And you'd get it openly in Kampala, and people, if you relate it to hygiene and the way it's prepared, you'd see and eat, and you'd earn money from it. And that's what we are able to see. So we are excited, we are happy to see that this is happening in Uganda now. Somebody can go to a center and have one stock center of white meat. You can buy it, you can order for it, and you can reach. So thank you so much for doing that. I know there are many organizations trying to partner with Goodwill Leisure Center or the Incubation Center to see that they reach the youth all over the country to add value. Because when you empower a youth, you are empowering the nation. We know very well as a country we are struggling. We are at 64% unemployment. That's so bad. And yet we release so many people from the universities, but without jobs. Right now we are seeing the border guys different. The border guys that I knew that used to transport only people, right now they are transporting products. And they are looking at things differently. And when you look at the gender side of it, you see that they have not only transformed themselves as men, they have transformed also their wives. And even their wives have gone out to go out. So they are moving what we call a joint product for gender equality for a country, but also responding to our national development plan. And also relating it to the products that we have from NARO, supplying us with the technology which has been researched, evidence-based, and you put a product on the market that we can now say we can have the test of time in Uganda, but maybe in Africa, where people can come and learn. Because what we've been missing is the value chain into the product, and where people can know their niche. If I'm good at production, another person is good at sales. If I'm not good at sales, then I can be a rider. If I can't market, at least I can be store officer. If I can't do that, at least I can be a mobilizer. And this we are able to see in the incubation center, and it's the way to go. If we do more of this in all the parishes that we have, and we know they'll be able to have sustainability, because we are seeing also the rural networks, the production linking up with the city center, which would call the urban, and then there is a chain. You actually know who it is. It's no longer the I business, but I have to know where the product is, within my own community and who needs it and when do they need it. The food, what we are seeing right now from the incubation center is what you'd call a place where I can call and I can have my food in my kitchen, not at the doorstep or go out, but you have to pay for it. But it's basically improving, and we have to embrace it as a country, as individuals, if we are to pave way into the development of our country and to also support the youth out there. If you're youth out there and you're doing nothing and you feel you've been left out, for me, I'll just tell you, find your way to Goody Incubation Center. You'll find yourself a transformed person and you'll be valuable wherever you are and you'll be a useful citizen. I always say we are looking for a purpose-driven youth, enterprising as well as caring, and that's where the country should go. So thank you so much for inviting me as your chief guest, and I wish you all the best, and I know we can walk this journey together. As they always say, if you move one, you'll move far. You'll move very fast, but you'll not move far. If you move many, you'll move together and you'll move very far. Together we can. Thank you so much.
Yes, and that was a review regarding to the youth skilling, and of course in particular those where members that were engaging into the meat preparation, and of course the different kinds of meat to ensure that there is some efficiency that is put there, that is put of course to the market to be consumed regarding that. And that's an incubation center that actually boosts the skills of the youth further to ensure that there is essential competitiveness, and of course they go out there in the world and they make some good money to fight the problem of unemployment, which is rising on a daily basis. And that's how actually growth is encouraged within any country, because it all starts with the youth, simply because they are the generation coming, of course, to take over the country and taking over those big positions. But how will they be effective if they are not skilled at doing what they are supposed to do? So that is very, very important. Like I said before, the clip, the government of Uganda is engaging in quite a number of skilling development programs to encourage the youth. And I was giving a highlight on the one that was initiated by the government of Uganda, and of course that was in 2012, 2013, and of course running up to 2021 or 2022 to ensure that a number of youths get skills and we fight the problem of unemployment. I remember when we don't have the youth employed, a number of cases rise up within the country, and theft is amongst them, which is inevitable. Okay, to support the government of Uganda implement key reforms envisaged under skilling. That's Uganda's strategic plan that started in 2012, 2013 to 2021, 2022. The Uganda Skills Development Project was designed, and of course those are the years when it was put into place to ensure that it runs effectively. The main objective of the Uganda Skills Development Project is to enhance the capacity of the institutions to deliver a high quality and demand-driven, of course, training programs, and of course in agriculture in particular, despite the fact that Uganda is a predominantly agriculture country. Agriculture, that's construction and the manufacturing sectors at large. And of course, it's purposely linked to labor market needs for the specific sectors. For example, agriculture, construction, and also that's the manufacturing. And of course, as I just wind up this, in order for the finance to implement the Uganda Skills Development Project, the government of Uganda received credit, and of course amounting to about $100 million equivalent to the government of Uganda, and from the World Bank under the credit number that was 5612 UG project, and of course P145309. Of course, that's the credit number right there. The credit was approved by the board of the World Bank, to ensure that it was received effectively in Uganda. And that's regarding skilling. And of course, very important for you to have a particular skill to ensure that you can actually survive in this world. The COVID-19 pandemic was a great teacher regarding to what you can actually do to earn a living, that you shouldn't just rely on one item to earn a living, but explore yourself. And actually, there are quite so many things you can learn on the internet, so many skills. I know people that have learned things, they didn't go even to the skilling schools to ensure that they get skilled, but they just got exposed online. They got just watching those clips. You just Google out something, you go on YouTube, you check out all this information. It's really amazing. Actually, there is a statement that somebody made recently talking about the University of YouTube. So you can imagine, there's quite a lot available for you to ensure that you can actually be relevant to this country. So there is no excuse in this, guys, if I may say that, why you're not skilled at a particular subject. But remember, don't just get the skill, but add value to your skill to ensure that you can be outstanding as compared to other projects that are put up by the different individuals. In that way, you will be relevant to your life, first of all, and you will also be relevant to the economy, simply because if you deliver something perfect with your hands, craft is a perfect craft, it's going to really be exported, and of course, that's for foreign revenue coming into the country, and not necessarily being exported, but as tourists that come from the foreign countries could be passing by, and they get to fall in love with your craft, and at the end of the day, it's benefiting you and also benefiting the nation at large. And that's it for now. Coming up is the business insight as we look through the different businesses, understanding how they operate from cost, operations, and licensing also being a very important aspect to understand before you start a business out there. Good morning.